Now, the inspection of the descriptive statistics revealed that we had 3 cases that were potentially problematic. These were cases number 34, 37 and 38. So here they are. So you can see 34 is here. You can see 34 has 2 response times that are over 1 second long, they're over 1000 milliseconds. 37 has 1 long response time and 1 that seems reasonable, and 38 also has 2 long response times. When we look at the data, we can see that the main problem was case number 38. 34 and 37 were outliers, but 38 was an outlier in both of the conditions. If we look at the scores, we can see that case number 38, they've taken an average of 1750 milliseconds in this condition and 2569 in this condition. That's over 2.5 seconds to make a simple response time. That suggests that either they weren't really paying attention, they weren't doing their best, they weren't trying their hardest, maybe they didn't understand what they were supposed to do. So whatever the case, it looks as though participant number 38 wasn't essentially performing the same task as everybody else. Something else was going on in their head that meant that they weren't behaving in the same way, in a consistent way. So I'm just going to show you how to filter out a case. We don't want to just press delete because we might want that data later on. So I'm just going to show you how to select the cases. If I go up to Data and select cases, because I've entered the case numbers, I can say, well, I'm going to select if condition is satisfied. I'm going to say if the case number is not equal to 38. That's saying I want everything except case number 38. So if I press continue and then OK. If we go back to the data, we'll now see that case number 38 has a diagonal line through it, and the filter column tells us all of these have been selected and this one hasn't. So let's see what happens now if I do the descriptive statistics again. So descriptives, explore and OK. Right, just need to scroll down because it'll be at the bottom of here. Okay, here it is. We now only have 49 cases because one's been filtered out. There's all the descriptives. If we look at the histogram, we can see that the histogram now looks much more as we would expect it to. Looks much more normally distributed. We still have an outlier here, but they're not going to be too much of a problem, I don't think. And down here, for the noisy response time, we can see again that we have much more of a normal distribution now that we've taken out the person who'd taken far longer than everybody else. Again, we still have a slight outlier here, but they're probably not going to cause us too much difficulty. So that's how we select cases to make sure that when we actually do the analysis that we want to do, that we've only got a data set remaining that has data in it that's fairly sensible and aren't particularly skewed and doesn't have any really marked outliers.